I'd like to call a September 3rd, 2019 meeting of the City Council for the City of Cannon Falls to order. Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Bringold.
Here.
Duncan.
Here.
Gesme.
Here.
Lundell.
Here.
Mattson.
Here.
Montgomery.
Here.
And Mayor Altoff.
Here. Would you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we approve the agenda, I just got to make note of a change that we're going to try. Kyle Paulson is usually here from the chamber, and instead of putting her in public input, we're now going to put her under reports, so a little earlier in the meeting. So with that, I'd ask for an approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion by Bill and second by Morris to approve the agenda. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That brings us to the consent agenda. Consent agenda items may be adopted under one motion as presented or may be removed for discussion and resolution as council business. For you at home and in the audience, I'll go through the consent agenda. Item A, just and correct claims for the accounting period ending August 29th, 2019. Item B, minute meetings for the August 20th, 2019 City Council meeting. Item C, minute meetings for the August 20th, 2019 City Council work session. Item D, disposal of unclaimed and abandoned bicycles. Item E, Resolution 2438, designating polling places for 2020. Item F, Veterans Lane street closure. Item G, hire an unscheduled part-time employee for the ambulance department. Item H, Resolution 2439, accepting a donation of $250 from Gemini to the fire department. And item I, Cannon Falls Lions Mobile Food Unit. Is there anything anybody'd like to pull down? A. Just and correct claims, we'll make that under council business as item 6A. Anything else? If not, I'd take a motion to accept the consent agenda with the exception of item A, just and correct claims.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mary Jill and second by Bill to approve the consent agenda excluding item A. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, we'll move on to council business and we'll talk about item 6A, just and correct claims. Morris, you wanna?
Yeah, it's on, what was it? Page 2 of 6. Got a question on the Legacy Kitchen and Design of $10,700. Is that for the museum house?
Yes, that's for the house that was purchased that's next to the museum. There was some damage at the, from the tornado last year that was repaired.
So should that have been under insurance or?
We got some insurance reimbursements, but we have to pay the bills. But yeah, we did get some insurance coverage. I'm assuming that was included in the claims. That's my understanding, that all of the bills were submitted to our insurance company.
How much total of damage did they have that building? Quite a bit, or?
That I don't know.
Okay. Which we can do.
Yep, there's not much we can do
All right.
about that.
Do I have a motion to approve item 6A, just and correct claims?
So move.
Second.
I'll second.
Motion by Morrison, second by Mary Jill to approve item 6A, just and correct claims. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That brings us to reports. Council Committee and Commission nonprofit organizations. First of all, I'll call on Kyle Paulson from the Chamber.
Good evening. Kyle Paulson from the Chamber of Commerce in Cannon Falls. I have several different events to talk about tonight. Our last Chamber Fun Fest is Thursday, September 12th. It is at 4:30 to 7:30. It's a half an hour earlier than all the rest, simply because of the darkness of the evening, and it's a school night. We do have 45 vendors right now, and so I'm hoping for over 50, which is totally possible. We have 4 food vendors: Dudley's Pizza, Cannon Bell's Cheese, and if you haven't had their grilled cheese, it's wonderful. Then we have Don's Crumble Beef Sandwiches, and the new one is called Ron's Rib Shots. You may have tried them at the Cannon Valley Fair this summer, and I liked them so much, so we brought them back. We will have door prizes, and they will be chosen from at 6 p.m. and 7:10 p.m. In August, we had 24 door prizes to give away. The entertainment for the night: Brian Anderson, Cannon Falls' own country music entertainer. The Cannon Falls Ensemble will also be playing. And so come and enjoy both of those kinds of events. And so again, 4:30 to 7:30, and we hope everybody can make it. It'll be a very good time. And now if we look at the Cannon Falls website, the address to this is www.cannonfalls.org. And we're going to go over to the upcoming events and click on October 5th, which is Flavors of the Falls. That's a new event that we're doing this fall. Actually, it started last year with Verndale, Artisan Plaza, Sogan Valley Art Fair, Tillian Brewery, and we're just expanding on it this year. And so if we scroll down a little bit, you can see the tentative schedule right there. Farmers markets are definitely going to be going on that Saturday. We also have a fireman's breakfast from 8 to 11 on Saturday the 5th. Besides great pancakes and sausages, we're going to have 2 Vikings cheerleaders there, so come on down and meet them. Verndale Fall Open House. Another addition is a trolley ride for a historic guided tour around Cannon Falls. They will be 40 minutes in length, and our own Steve Doblo will be the commentator. 10 to 5, Sogan Valley Art Fair. There's a new craft beer at Tillian's. And of course, they will also have music on both Saturday and Sunday. Artisan Plaza will have Winner Chicken Dinner. It is a $10 dinner event, so that'll be fun. A couple of items that are not listed yet, we just heard about them. A 5K run. It's called the Justice Run from Riverwood Church. It is being held at the Hannah's Bend Park, 8:30 registration. So we'll be adding that up to the list. Then also we have Montchevel Training Center, which is a horse equine stable training center on the south side of town. They are also going to be doing demonstrations from 10 to 2 on Saturday. And there's rumor that we'll have tango dancing and tango demonstrations. So people are really bringing their activities up. I appreciate that. I think we have a little bit for everyone. If not, please bring your event to us and we'd love to advertise it. After that, we also have Deck the Falls. Remember, that is Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend, so November 30th. We are taking registrations on our parade units, and this year we're going to hold it to 30 parade units plus our 4 chamber units. And so if you're interested in having a parade unit of any sort, please give the chamber a call. Other than that, are there any questions?
What time are the cheerleaders going to be there?
8? From 8 to 11.
And do you have Steve's word he's going to keep it to 40 minutes, or is this just going to
No.
go into Monday?
He's even, because it is a scheduled, so that we have
Sure,
people coming.
Kyle,
No.
It's fine.
Actually, what he did is he's written it out, and he's traveled the route about 4 times, so that he knows it will be 40 minutes.
That's good.
But, no, I've
Give a
heard
hard
that, that be aware,
He embellishes. It's okay.
that's okay. Not a problem. It'll be fun, especially the trolleys.
Yeah.
The other part of the trolleys, we do have a second trolley that will be going from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that will travel from Verndale and Montchevel to the 3 hotels, Artisan Plaza, up to the city parking lot on 19th Street, or Highway 19, and then to the museum, and then circle back around. And that way, people don't have to worry about parking. They can just jump on the trolley. Should be able to do that loop in about 30 minutes. So you get to go downtown for 30 minutes, you get to go to Artisan Plaza for 30 minutes, or even longer, because they still will be cycling around. So we're looking forward to that. Any other questions? Super. Have a great night.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Okay, Personnel Committee. Dave, you got,
I'll start just kind of my comments. We had a full agenda of Public Works Department personnel issues to deal with, or opportunities to deal with at the Personnel Committee. Just a quick update is we have been working through the process of identifying and potentially selecting an interim director for the Public Works Department. I would anticipate that at the next meeting on the 17th, we'll have detailed information to present for your review and approval at that time. But we are continuing our efforts along those lines, and I think making some good progress. You know, we've been trying to hire a Maintenance 2 position in the Utility Department for several months. We haven't been successful at this point. So with the consent of the Personnel Committee, I've been working with the staff at the Public Works Department as well as the union to talk about making a modest adjustment to the language of the job description for the Maintenance 2 utility position. Right now, it requires that the Maintenance 2 applicant have a Class D water license at hire, and unlike the 2-year period that we allow for the Class D wastewater in that position, we need to change that to provide greater flexibility to broaden the field of potential applicants. So what we've talked about is not going the full 2 years that we allow for in wastewater, but at least going up to 18 months. So what we'd like to bring forward to the council is a memorandum of understanding that we believe will be approved by the union and the staff of the department to expand that licensing period up to 18 months rather than have it at higher. So we'd like to proceed with that in mind. We talked some about the replacing of the Public Works Director, and I think the main message there is let's try to get that done ASAP. We've talked about, the challenges that we see in the marketplace right now, and going out and recruiting someone at this point in time to fill that position ASAP may be easier said than done, but we definitely got the direction from the committee that we need to step up efforts and move that forward if we can. And the final thing is you probably have heard, if not, you'll hear from me now, that Afton Auto has accepted a new position with the school district. So we'll have a vacant position, utility billing clerk at the Public Works Department as of this Friday. We talked just generally with the Personnel Committee about some ideas on how to proceed with filling that position, moving forward. But we'll be tasked with that as well. So it's kind of a busy conversation that day, but wanted to at least, I think, give an update to the full council about at least the discussions we've been having.
anything to add? I think you said it all, I think so. Okay. Let's go around the horn. I guess there's nobody on that side. Jeff, you got,
Thank you, Mayor. So I received a letter from the organizers of the Defeat of Jesse James Days Rodeo. On September 6th, their rodeo is going to be dedicated to first responders. And so they're asking members of police, fire, rescue, sheriffs, and ambulances to come to their event at 7:45, where they're introduce the agencies that are there, allow the crowd to recognize them, that type of thing. And so I'm asking you guys if you want us to send a squad car over there. The officers would be able to go if they donated their time, but to send a vehicle, I needed to make sure you guys are okay with it.
we're okay.
Yeah, we're
Sounds like a
fine
good
with
thing
that.
to do.
I saw yeses in this way, so I wasn't sure if that was yes, good, or no, bad, or
Take the Ford.
take the Ford. Okay. Very good.
That sounds good.
That's all I had.
Okay. Linnell? Nothing? Dave?
Nothing more.
Steve?
Just one thing. The public access channel has put a advertisement out for helping assistant for Mike back there in the Channel 12 for a technician. Anybody interested? Everything's online. We got state-of-the-art equipment back there. Be fun for somebody that's interested in something like that. That's all I got.
Yeah.
At our park board, at our previous park board meeting, we approved the formation of a pool committee. So we are in the process of putting that together, and our next park board meeting is going to be on Wednesday, September 11th at 6 o'clock.
Okay. Bill?
I have nothing.
Okay. Derek?
Nothing today.
Mary Jo? Nope. Nothing myself, so we'll move on to public input. Citizens may speak to issues not on the agenda. Before speaking, please give your name and address for the record and kindly limit your comments to 3 minutes. Public comments must be respectful, pertinent to city business, and adhere to the applicable data privacy rules. The city council will not take action on any issue raised by the public, but may choose to schedule consideration of the item on a future agenda. Is there anybody for public input tonight? Hey, Brenda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brenda Voshalik, 408 Oak Street North. As long as you're going to be considering budgets, I didn't have 2020 figures, so I based my figures on 2019 figures. And I know you toss around a lot of numbers when you're talking about budgets, and usually the numbers that get tossed around are the big numbers. And unfortunately, what happens with the big numbers is public safety usually gets painted in a bad light. And I think that tends to be unfortunate. And what I wanted to do is maybe paint some numbers for you in a different light. So I took some numbers of budget numbers from 2019, and I took what were your total budget costs in the different budgets, and then I took the numbers And I broke them down for you in what those budgets mean when you break out what the hourly costs are, when you put the numbers to the people, and how many hours those people are working for you. So when you look at the ambulance that has people there 24 hours a day, and you take that budget for their total budget costs, not just the people, not just the hourly person cost, but what their total budget cost is, then you take that total ambulance budget and what you're paying per hour is $107.38. It makes it sound a little different. Then, when you break apart that police budget, and again, they're working 24 hours a day, when you take that amount of money and break that down to an hourly basis, because those hours, officers are out there 24 hours a day, suddenly that $1 million breaks down into $128.08 an hour. It makes a little bit of a difference. Your library, even though it has a smaller budget, also is only open for 2,260 hours compared to 807 or 8,760 when you talk about 24 hours a day. That suddenly breaks down to a cost per hour then of $214.73. Even though if you just look at total numbers, it's a lot smaller budget. But you can't compare apples to oranges. But you try and do it by slamming big numbers and saying, oh, it's terrible how much the police department costs. And I go on and do it with every budget. I just want you to quit comparing apples to oranges and think about what you're getting for your dollars and maybe look at it with a different eye and ask yourself, what are you actually getting for your dollars? Thank you.
Thank you.
Adam Peters. I guess I was up on vacation this weekend and I was doing some touristing, and it sure seems everyone wants Cannon Falls to be a tourist town. So if that's going to be our case, let's start charging people for either parking or I suggest a wine and cap tax. What does it do? It's got a 6% town tax, something like that. I'm thinking 3 to 4% pay for parking lot. Maybe help fund new pool. Other things that this town could use. Let's make money off tourism if that's what this town's going to be. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah. Anybody else, public input? Public input. Third and final call, public input. Okay, close the public input part of the meeting. And I'll call for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second by, motion by Bill, second by Morris to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We'll take a little break.